Know you're thirsty. Got the Gatorade to get you thirsty. Got that extra bonus if you're talking. It's just this Thursday. Lord have mercy. You're not birthday. Pull up in brand new Hershey. Windows down like you're that person. And I'm just gonna smoke up my soul.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy OCP, man. Back with you with, if you don't know, you will. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're here for some, I know it's late, people, you know what I'm saying? We done had a lot of technical difficulties this evening, but I think we got them all worked out. So we're here to bring y'all talk about this love and money. What we talking about today, Mimi?
Well, earlier.
We're talking about what's more important to keep a relationship going strong. Okay, the love you share or the money you have.
Yep. That's what we talking about today. But first, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all ain't seen these guys in the wild, man. You know.
Yeah, so send your husbands out the room.
Yeah, man. We got Black Man Strong over here.
Yeah, that's me.
Black man.
And also we have your boy Recon John. You know what I'm saying?
The Money Train twins.
Right.
Dude, my wife's gonna find out about that.
And also, you said we have a special guest. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, like, she ain't old to the show. You know what I'm saying? She's been around forever. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she's been doing her own thing, but it's all good. I'm glad to have her back, Miss Dear Me Queen.
Queen.
Hey,
What's going on, world? It's your girl, Dear Me Queen, Queen of Positivity. That's a little rat shit, and I'm home, baby.
Yeah, man. You know it. And also my lovely wife, Mimi Jean. You did.
Also known as Strawberry Fantasy and Sandy Cheeks.
We all ain't been to the beach in a while.
Yeah, man. So we was talking about this topic, and it became a little spicy. So you know that's why Dear Me Queen on here, because you know what I'm saying, I figure my wife need a little help. You know what I'm saying, with these fellas.
Yep,
you know what I mean?
Not a contributing factor.
Shit, you better go get you a plethora of women.
Yeah, you got to help me on this one because you know, it's a topic that's kind of strong. And sometimes these guys, when they start talking about this money, it gets a little
They're trying to pay for it.
It gets a little heated.
Well, I'm here to defend all the queendoms and the queens in it. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it. We're gonna let the ladies run the show today. You know what I mean?
First, yeah. Well, usually when on this topic, we have to.
I mean, at least you know.
Yeah, I'm 43. I get it.
Okay, so we're talking about what keeps a relationship strong. Is it the money or is it the love? Now, I know we all want to say it's the love that keeps it going on strong. So we just want to know what the panel thinks, what everybody think out there about relationships when we're talking about money. And when things are like rough and your back's against the wall and things like that. But let's talk about initially, what are those expectations?
That usually costs an extra
setting those expectations. What you got to say, Dear Me Queen, about that?
Yo, first of all, money does rule the world, but it should not rule your household all the way. It should have a contributing factor, but it should not be the rule of your house. Money should not take over conversations and be utilized in arguments where I make $2 more than you, where I make $1 more 50 than you, and I'm this. It shouldn't be that way. But when it comes to finances, the topic should always be part of the top 5. You know, you got relationship standards that you need to talk about. You got a family cues you need to talk about. Finances need to be somewhere in your conversation while dating, while figuring out if it's marriage, or if you're just poking them a little bit. Find out if they got that $40, put it on the counter.
Poking them. So
I like poking them.
When you poking them or whatever you're doing
like
in that initial conversation. So how early is too early to be talking about finances in a relationship. How early is too early? Because we were talking about, we were offline earlier. We was talking about setting those expectations. We were talking about how you are approaching me. If you're approaching me like, okay, I got it like that. I got the money. We doing this and we doing that. Then you know how the song go. The same thing you do to get them is the same thing you got to do to keep them.
My mama told me.
The same thing you got to do. So, in terms of that, what do you think, guys? What about your approach? I mean, how are you approaching people out here?
Sometimes I like doing the dolphin, and that's
Not that
where you
approach.
push it. Oh,
Not that approach.
well, I was gonna,
not
you
that
know what I'm
approach.
saying? Yeah, but my back's hurting. Yeah.
Not
No,
that approach. Not that
no,
approach.
my approach, I feel like this. A lot of people, just like what you were talking about, whatever you did to get them, you got to do to keep them. Even stars burn out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so when and it's your job. I don't think it's money or to me is you have a social contract with another human being, and if you actually love them going into it before you had money, then that should be your answer,
shouldn't matter,
right? You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Okay.
So,
Whether you're
but
rich
to
or
keep-
poor, broke or
But
Yeah.
if it doesn't matter how long the longer you're with somebody,
The
if you
less
love
other
them,
shit should
you're
matter.
you're gonna make whatever work, no
Yeah.
matter what, So
Yeah.
you're gonna put your so sometimes I like putting the little ball in her mouth and like doing the thing, and then sometimes you just gotta get creative. Sometimes I'll use like 3 fingers when she said don't use one.
Oh my god.
Sir,
At this time.
sir,
Yeah.
come
That
back.
was a
But-
rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's $15.
Her back.
Yeah. What about you, bro?
Well, I'm looking at it from the perspective of being in a marriage before, going through divorce and everything. It plays a factor. It plays a major factor when you got family, you got kids, all that household to take care of. So yes, I agree with Sis when she says that finances has to take place somewhere, but at the end all be all, if you dealing with a person strictly just for that, then you already lost. That's what I
That
feel.
part.
You know what I'm saying? Because finances can come, they can grow, they can decrease, but if the love for that person has an edge and flow when it comes to something that's materialistic, then you already fail.
Okay. And
Well,
and I feel like, and I'm just gonna be speaking from a female perspective. That's the only perspective I know how to speak from. So
Thank you.
have to
yeah,
forgive me.
2024, take
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So you gotta
Yeah.
forgive me if it seems that if you disagree with me, it's my gender. Okay. So women, we are generally we go off of your vibe, so to speak, or whatever.
Mhm.
We're going to be happy when you're happy, and we're going to celebrate with you, and then we're going to be sad when you're sad. When it comes to finances, sometimes even if things are a little rocky, or there's a bill or something coming up that we're stressing about, or the hours got cut or something like that, women, we will still be the same. But what we find is that sometimes our male counterparts are not. And I think is that, and I'm gonna ask the men, because like I said, I'm not a man. Is that your way of coping with the financial issues? By, sometimes you may shut down, sometimes you may be a little argumentative, sometimes other things could pursue. So is that a coping mechanism, or what? Because we don't care. We're gonna take you to the bed, whether we happy, sad, broke, poor, whatever.
Well, as far as a man's perspective on things like that, I feel like it's an adage, an old saying that a woman's life is love and a man's love is life. So when a man looks at how he sustains things in a household and a relationship, it can be a lot of pressure when you get to a point where you say, okay, it's constantly building up. You know what I'm saying? As far as financially wise. But if that man is not nurtured on a certain end and he dealing with XYZ outside of it, it can be overbearing. Now, be there as it may, that not just gender wise, but everybody got something to deal with outside of the household. When you go out and try to make a life, a living, you know what I'm saying, for each other or for yourself or whatever. And I just feel like that when it becomes overbearing as a man, yeah, we get quiet. at times, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, well, I'll speak for myself. When I get quiet on certain situations, I'm evaluating everything. If I'm constantly blurting out answers, if I'm constantly being pressed to give an instantaneous answer, that's not healthy. It's not gonna solve no
Oh
problems.
no, hell no.
What I have to do is I have to step back, retain what's going on, evaluate what's going on, and it may take longer than what the woman needs, because she's talking about an immediate response. Because like I said, her life is love. The man's love is life. I gotta figure this shit out.
Right.
And it takes a little stretch. It takes a little time to do it.
That's how I do too. Like I usually I'll get real quiet about things and I don't mean to, and I'm non-sociable. And then but I'm going through plan A, plan B, the contingency plan just in case this don't work. And then I'm trying to make sure that all my ducks are in a row.
Because if you don't, then it's more pressure added.
Well, I know, but then that's why she usually takes care of the pressure. But
so can I interject on that?
But what I'm saying,
what you say, Eric? Hold on.
I want to interject on that because
Go ahead, Eric.
I tend to see men do that a lot. They internalize what goes on. And they keep it so deep inside of them that it does bring on other types of pressures with stress and anxiety and depression. The thing about you having a mate is having someone to mate with, having somebody to be there with and go through those struggles. How long do you internalize before you trust who you're dating? And how long do you allow that to play on you? And it doesn't have to. If you have a real one, if you have somebody in your life that don't mind, here, baby, here go 20. Okay, what we got to do on the bills? You need to trust your mate at some point in time and say, we need to come together on this. I ain't got it like that right now. Or I'm coming up short.
And that is true, but like, I think a lot of our issues is that we really don't have a woman to talk to. No way. A lot of women, they'll put their feelings on our feelings. I don't feel the same way you do. Like I feel this kind of way. So you gotta respect my emotions. That's a man, the way I you know what I'm saying?
A lot of times we're not allowed
I express mine different. Sometimes I need to sit in silence. That's
the only
I know it's sick because that shit is silence is loud as hell sometimes.
You
know what I'm saying?
And that's understandable.
Let me calm down. But then you keep coming to me and talking about what's wrong. Ain't nothing. Man, let me figure this out. Then I can come to you.
There's no way.
But if you don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. I'm telling you, I'm fine. Just let me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
I do that on the way home. I won't have the radio going, nothing. I'll be sitting in my little world, and I feel like I got like 3 or 4 different hamsters in my head just fucking spinning that wheel. The other day, I was pissed off about taxes, man. Like thinking to myself, am I a stripper? Like, do I pay in to go to work? And there's a whole conversation that I'm having with myself on the way home, and then I get home and it's like, hey, here, take the baby. I just worked 12 hours. Look at me. Look at my eyes, bitch. I'm sorry, man.
And that becomes a problem when you have to sit in front of your house before you walk in your house.
Oh shit!
Something wrong. Something completely
you know
wrong.
What's really wrong? I used to eat before I got home.
Or like a lot of times when you get in a situation, I'd rather be at work than be at home.
That shit. You know what I mean?
But it goes back to who you have in your life.
Yeah, it does.
It goes back to when did you choose to have this problem? When did you choose to talk? How many times have y'all communicated about feelings and about emotions? Because even though we don't look at it like
most women don't respect a man's emotion.
So why continue the relationship?
If you fuck around and go to your woman crying, she gonna look at you like a pussy.
Because today's society,
you feel what I'm saying?
Today's society is breeding that shit. If you show your emotions and you ain't shit.
Right.
But you know what? There's a select few of us.
Yeah.
A rare breed of women.
Right there.
There's a rare breed of women out here that wants to know what's going on with you emotionally because it starts there. Even though you say it's the strength in you, it's the emotion or the sometimes emotional imbalance. It comes from us too.
Right.
We gotta know what's going on here so we know how to work out the physical. It's not just a sexual thing with us, it's mental too. So if you don't have a woman that's more concerned about your mental more so than your money, you're already fucking up.
Yeah, but like y'all say, and it is true. It's all about how you pick them too. Like how you start. And most of us start, like me and my wife, we started off when we were like 14, 15 years old. Didn't have no business being in a, you know what I mean?
Hey, well,
Serious
A
relationship.
serious
Hey,
relationship, right?
Yeah.
But then, like as we got older and we started changing our minds about life,
Mm-hmm.
each other, other people. You know what I'm saying? Because everywhere you move around, you pick people in your life to be around, and you tend and they habits rub off on you.
Yeah.
So now you
Right.
questioning your
Whether
mate.
good
You know
or
what I mean?
bad.
You question
Yeah.
your mate or whatever. Like, man, what I get myself? But hell, you 8 years in now.
Yeah, it's
Right.
definitely a
You know what I mean?
it's definitely a conversation I think that needs to be had in the very beginning, because a lot of people, we all were, you were raised different ways or whatever, and you had different ideas and different I ain't gonna say role models, but different upbringings, different ways that money was introduced to you.
Right.
I mean, maybe you saw your
Financial
uncle,
wise.
maybe you saw your uncle and his wife, and they seemed to have it together financially.
Yeah.
Maybe you saw somebody else that didn't necessarily decide to have together. And I say, it's whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes splitting bills may work for some people.
My grandmother.
And putting them together may work for some people, but who knows which is the right way if you don't talk
Right.
about it.
I think it's always if both parties happy, it's the right way.
It's
But
the right
way.
if another party have resentment about how this shit going,
That's exactly
it's wrong.
See,
So you know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be, every relationship different. Every situation is gonna be different. Because we grew up,
I agree with that.
the mama didn't work. That worked out.
See, that's
what I was just
But he had,
I got a grandmother.
water in. He
Check
had
it out.
food cooked. He had his clothes laid out.
I got a grandmother,
everything.
86 years old, right?
You know what I'm saying?
But
My grandmother, 86 years old, and the majority of the stories I hear about my grandfather is that since they first met, she never had to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then you look at the demographic from then to now.
Right.
That
Well, it's taken
in a
two
lot of
people to work
instances,
now.
in a lot of instances, it was a lot harder
Yeah.
for a man, especially a black man, to be able to provide for his family.
Yeah, then he been fucking all week because he got 8 kids by the woman, and then he only making minimum wage.
And they tell
that's a lot.
and they're telling you in your mind from slavery to that the more kids you have, the more you are to be able to sustain a family. Because because everybody able to work. You got a lot of working bodies, so to speak. Now let's fast forward to not even 2024. Let's fast forward to 1980. Let's fast forward to 1990. How people were raised as far as demographics when the woman is equal in the workforce.
Yeah.
And even more so, you got what they call it, as far as law wise, you got to have enough people, enough demographics, enough Asian, enough women, enough men, affirmative action. You know what I'm saying? You got this in place. So now, and then on top of that, you got the government stepping in as far as with food stamps and child support and all this. So now the whole element of being a provider has been manipulated and changed. So the man being the head of the household, taking care of everything monetarily wise.
But see,
now
and we talked about
too
that.
many
Like,
different
the head of a household, that's a little bit different for me. Because me and my wife, we talk about it, and I tell people all the time, she make more money than I do, but I'm still the man in the household. I still have a certain kind of masculine energy to control my. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But my wife always has made more money than me. They don't make me.
The money should not.
I'm still the man of the house.
Exactly.
Because I bring on a certain kind of energy. You feel what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying. The money is to control.
I've never had anything
it shouldn't be
like that where my wife was just making more money than me, right?
Yeah.
I was always raised that no matter how much each of them made, like the man, like, so my wife doesn't.
She may be better at finance.
She don't worry about I've never just told her what the bills were. I just pay the fuckers.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
That's
I was,
how I am.
and then but see, sometimes when I have a bad month or a bad year, she don't even know how bad, because I'm not trying to bring that into for me. Like the way I was raised, like I try not to burden her with worry or doubt, because I, as a man, feel like I shouldn't bring that worry or doubt to the table. That's not their job to worry about. It's my job.
Right. But that's just the way you were raised.
That's
like you
just
say,
the way it
everybody.
is.
But
so sometimes my stress levels are on like a 15 out of a 10.
Right.
And nobody knows what it is.
Right.
And my wife, she now being together like 13 years, she knows mannerisms. She knows when like I'm starting to go through shit.
Right.
And that's and see, you got a real woman, and I knew that I got a real woman when like her attitude would shift. When you said that, because you do feed off of emotions. And if you're really in tune with that other person, you know exactly just by the way they set something down, throw it down, or set it down, or the way they look. And so I think it takes like just real love is like being together no matter what.
Yeah.
So if you're genuine, and you know that person like physically, mentally, and
Cause I can come home and I can be like,
it's
I can hear from the back home what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that at least let me know.
It takes time. It takes time too.
Because a lot of times I do that.
Well, that's like you just
it's like
you want one again, nigga.
It's like playing poker.
Well, it's like playing poker. You gotta learn people. And my wife blows me off because I joke a whole lot, but because I'll be bullshitting all the time. But I make her laugh. I enjoy making her laugh, right? And then there's some days where it's like I don't go into my usual, whatever dumbass saying I'm gonna say to her to make her laugh or giggle. Sometimes I just wake up and it's like I'm there, but I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of going through the motions because I'm in my own head playing out how I'm going to take care of shit.
Right. What would you say, Erica? Go ahead.
So, like y'all saying, y'all fully going into the mode.
You muted.
So we go. Okay, you mute. Now you unmuted.
Wait, what about now?
She went out again.
You went out.
You still nonverbal.
That usually happens to women after I'm done.
Your own. Let me see if I can help you.
Speechless.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, you still on?
Hold on. Let me check this over. Hold on. Let me get her.
I'm off of mute now.
All right, you should be straight now.
I'm off mute now.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
There you go. Go ahead.
It's gonna be a lag because I hit mute like 2 minutes ago and then it's like So
okay.
What I was saying is you're basically saying the point. It takes you knowing your mate. It takes that woman knowing your cues. It takes that woman understanding when you're going through something, they need to either go through it with you or stand back. That's learning your mate. And when we go
but a lot of people don't want to learn.
Yeah, a lot of people don't want to learn. And
they prefer the man to instantly adapt.
Yeah, they just want what they want when they want it.
They just want to bring the horse to the water.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you know who I was when you met me.
No, I didn't, because you changed
it up
a year later.
But I'm saying some people will do you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll just change on you. Because like I say, everybody don't know how to protect their energy.
Right.
So they let all energy come to them and change them.
Because you over here looking like my mindset is a man. My mindset is a man. I need your energy.
See, I had my wife tell me that when she was working at the bar. She told me that she's like, you knew that before we even got together. I was like, yeah, that was before the C-section scar, bitch. Let me tell you something. Now,
why are you like this?
Yeah. But see, check it out. As a man, you the cornerstone, right?
Right.
You the cornerstone of your household. You the cornerstone of your community.
That's
the cornerstone of your family.
Yeah.
But in order to be the cornerstone, you have to have the right nurturing.
Yeah.
And then and she can only nurture you if you are the cornerstone. So one hand walks the other.
So ladies, let me ask y'all this. So when do you think it's a good time to even be involved in a serious relationship? Is it when you think like just when is it? I ain't gonna
it's when the line on the test.
I said ladies.
Women get serious.
Okay, now you asked us when was a good time to do what now?
To indulge in a serious relationship.
In a serious, okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean when
just
it's
like
time
when it's a good time?
To indulge? I mean,
there you go. See, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
yeah.
When you mature enough to know that the thing is love or money.
Mm-hmm.
We're speaking in terms of
yeah, no.
Like relationship.
Yeah.
But there's so many levels to this thing. It's a wide spectrum, you know what I'm saying? So what's about this? When we were younger, we looked at that situation different.
Very different.
Our wants and needs were.
Yeah.
Our life. So the question is,
that's
where they right now. When do they think a woman is a good time to in a relationship?
To be satisfied.
That they had with either money in a relationship when it was good, or they saw when it failed, they bailed, or to the point where when the money mattered more than the money, and that was good to a certain extent.
Yeah, because in the beginning of my relationship, I was like Winnie the Pooh. I had my arm all in that shit.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could have sworn y'all asked the ladies.
So now once again, ladies.
You said when it's a good time to enter into a serious relationship.
There you go.
Okay, I think it's individualized. When it's time for me, it might not be time for when it's somebody else. And when you say serious relationship, I think when we start dating and talking to somebody, we don't always know how it's gonna turn out. We don't know if we're gonna be serious or not,
Right.
depending on, I guess, your age and where you are as far as dating or whatever. So you don't know how it's gonna turn out. But one thing you do know on that first date is what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? And most women are looking for a man that is financially stable. You know, it's just like when you first go out, you go out to dinner and everybody's wondering, okay, who gonna pay? Are we gonna split? Or am I gonna pay
we gonna
mine?
split?
Am I gonna pay for mine? You gonna pay for yours?
No,
For me.
I'm gonna pay for dinner and then you spread
you
your leg.
paying for me.
Right.
See,
Okay,
and
so
that's
you
why.
Hold on, Erica. Well, Erica, I'm kind of putting you on mute, so let me know when you come in because I'm still getting the loop back a little bit.
Feedback.
The feed, now it's a loop back. So I'll you ready? You ready to answer? I got you. Go ahead.
So that whole situation, when is it when it's become serious?
Whenever.
When you
whenever you ready.
This is
Do you think, like, what's a good time for? Do you think?
Do you deem it serious enough?
You should start.
When he considers me without being told, that's when it's serious. When he does things without me asking. My mom taught me well. She said, if I have to ask for it, I really don't need it. If you are a man, I'm a woman, basic needs to happen. If you do it without me saying it, okay, yeah, you considering me. You're starting to see me. If I'm immediately comfortable, when I say comfortable, I have my own little signals when I say, okay, yeah, this is getting serious when I fall asleep around you. Like literally fall asleep, slob and everything.
You safe, you feel safe.
But honestly, when it becomes serious, is when we're in a serious situation and I'm being vulnerable with you. And I'm gonna see how you interact in your encounter with me.
Right.
If it's jokingly and you just switch me off, then you're not learning me like you need to learn me. If you're being communicative and understanding that I need you to be a listening ear right now, and yes, I need you to be honest with me. And in the honesty, it still needs to be love, respect, and understanding. I can feel that as a real woman.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when it becomes serious. I'm allowing you to see me in my vulnerability, and I'm trying to trust you in it. Once I trust you in my vulnerability, then that's when, yeah, baby, you can't go nowhere because you've seen a raw.
I got a question.
I wanted to and to add to that too, since we talking about it from that perspective, I feel like when when your back is up against the wall and times get tough, I think that's when when it's serious too, because now you get ready to see how that person really gonna act, how that person gonna do. They're gonna bail, they're gonna just go crazy, or they're gonna shut down. How are you under pressure? What you gonna do? Are you looking for me to fix everything? Or are you gonna say I got it or whatever? If do you have my back? Are you showing me that same empathy if something is going on with me? Now, when I hurt, you should be hurting too. But if you say, "Oh well, I'm just gonna go and play basketball," then that means I don't think you're being attentive to my needs. So then I don't think we're gonna be serious. I don't think we're gonna be serious at all.
Can I speak to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
As far as the man's, well, I'm gonna take the gender out of it. As far as a person's intestinal fortitude on certain situations, that plays a factor too. Some people are built different, just completely.
Yeah.
Like for instance,
I mean, all people built different.
But I'm talking about when it comes to certain situations. Like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I grew up. I'm not gonna say I grew up in just you know what I'm saying. I'm not no charity case, but I also didn't grow up with the, you know what I'm saying, in the best lifestyle. So I had to learn at an early age to have a survivalist mentality about a lot of things. And then also not growing up in a household where my parents were married and this and the third was set up. I grew up in a household where it was my grandmother and my grandfather, and we all lived. My mother, my aunts, uncles. We like, you see our family picture. It's not my mama, my dad, me, and my siblings. Right. It's my grandmother, all her children, uncles, and then it's me. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up with that mentality of an old school type of family setting, so to speak. But But when the person is faced with certain things coming into a relationship, and then like she said a second ago, like being able to adhere to things without asking, that doesn't happen overnight.
No,
That's something that you have to have with time. You have to grow with a person long enough for that to adapt to that person. Vice versa. Like I said a second ago, the only way I can be a cornerstone is if I'm nurtured right. The only way she can nurture me right is she can be comfortable enough that I'm a cornerstone.
But also you
like
have to, you got to want
she
it
can't
too.
sleep around a dude unless she knows she's comfortable.
And that's true, but like a lot of people, man, like you say, I'm gonna keep it gender free. But a lot of people don't even want it. They don't even want to be nurtured. They just want to be.
It's got to be something in them that say, with or without you, I'm able to do it.
I'm able to do it.
So now I know I got you. I'm glad you guys said that. Like, just being in bed, be comfortable. That's when I really knew I loved my wife, or we were really in love, because she was sound asleep and fucking farted loud as fuck, and I didn't even care. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I was like, look at her. She fucking farted. And I still loved her. But the thing was, I think that in a lot of hey, you know it's true. You know it's true. You've been with somebody for a long time. I mean, you heard the squeak one out. So,
I mean, just all the kids out there, but it's okay. We're here now.
The thing is, like, I think. Oh, I'm sorry.
Now you.
I always try to let the woman come first.
I'm not doing this.
But yeah, and I like even in all, man, you still you have to be comfortable with you, because like I think a lot of people don't understand what the word love mean anyway, right? Would you who can look at the definition of love up for me? Fred Lee?
An emotion.
I know, but I want to see like the real definition. We usually
I think that's when my wife fell in love with me too.
Google definition of love. The real definition, not the one you making up in your head.
Right.
We talking about the words.
Baby, can you look it on your phone?
You know what I mean? Somebody let me know. And so we're gonna get back into that conversation, because a lot of people don't understand what love is. Because
see, now
I tell you,
I'm like Forrest Gump, dude. I know what.
Baby, looking up on the phone.
I'm not a smart man.
Well, I know what love is.
Because when I'll say stuff to people like, I can love you enough to leave you alone.
Okay, we got several.
We see something.
Okay, we got several definitions here. We got an intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure in something, and then you have feel deep affection for someone. So you got several different definitions. Strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personal ties. So it's to hold dear, cherish, to like or desire actively, take pleasure in. So those type of
but see, there's different types. Like there's so many different types of love. It's a different, because I love my dog, but if that motherfucker shits in my fucking floor, I'm gonna put his right in that shit. And that's why I tell my kids, I love you.
Go ahead,
but
they have a true meaning.
Go ahead. Hold on.
He's on
Now, is that from Webster? Is that Webster?
Go ahead. True love fosters a connection that goes beyond the superficial. It's a bond that often involves understanding each other's core values, beliefs, and love goals. So,
hey man, I love you, man.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
It's a good time to relationship.
Right.
I think those values, as we mature in life, and have multiple experiences with different, relationships, as we grow, those things become more valuable. So then you know what it takes to.
I know.
To make them thrive.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because when I in my 20s, it was a different type of love. Like I had Long John Silver down here and Thelma and Louise thinking for me, and
you thinking
it was like a broken compass, dude. That shit was just like bitch right there. You know what I'm saying?
Just mute his mic.
I loved her for about 7 seconds because I make it last.
So basically, you talking about soul ties.
Soul ties? No, I ain't trying to soul bond with nobody.
But that's a little bit. Then we had talked about soul.
Yeah, that's a psychotic love.
But just out of the
staring each other in the eyes.
But just out of the definition of love, right? It's unwavering. It don't change. You can try to change it, but it don't change.
Right.
You can say, you don't love me no more. If you did, you would have gave me this. No, I didn't give it to you because I love you, because I knew what you were gonna do with it.
Right.
Yeah, this shit.
Regardless of what
This
that
shit's
thing-
strong enough
Okay.
for a man, but
You know what I mean?
balance.
So
But I
you're
do
right.
feel like I do feel like it does. Everything changes. You know,
Yeah.
Everything.
You get now you might, and if you love, if you love,
circumstances,
you
yeah,
probably
all that.
still gonna always love that person, but
Right.
it's not gonna be the same.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You know you're gonna love them for certain reasons, or you never would have married them or got
Right.
with them in the first place.
Like I
But
said,
it's gonna change. It's just like it's gonna change. It's gonna fade. It depends on the person's interest and how they feel.
No, I
People
think
say
no,
you
no.
can't
I don't
control
think
your
love
emotions.
changes. When you truly love, you love.
I know
but
you do,
it's
but
situations.
yeah, but
that go on in your
situations
relationship
that make or break
But
you.
see, what I'm saying, they ain't got nothing to do with love.
it
Me,
does.
No, it
It
got to do with
does.
now. For
It
me,
does.
I'm talking about for me. For me, it got something to do with the situation. I can't deal with the same situation I'm in.
right.
Or
But
the
it
situation
controls-
that goes on. They
it
don't
controls
control
the
my love.
But it controls
It-
the person.
but I
and
know
the person
it controls
has
their
emotions.
But see, it's just like you see, like how I can argue with everybody in here, and then when you get ready to leave, bro, you call me,
Right.
you get home. You know what I'm saying? We
Or-
can
or-
back up. I'm just,
Or like a first responder.
or somebody,
Like a
anything.
person responding to a crime scene.
Yeah, but
a
you're
shot
just setting up your
fired
alibi.
versus then a man down. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
We're getting off the topic a little bit.
Yeah.
Way off.
But I'm just saying, like, just how love is, like I believe in pure love, right? That's just me.
That's how
But I do. That's why I say I can love you enough to leave you alone, because I don't like the situation you putting me in.
Hey, that's the
Right.
next
You
song
feel
we're
what
So
I'm
gonna
saying?
do.
I
Next song we're gonna
see,
do.
I have to
I love
protect
you enough.
my
Let
job
me
is to
interject.
protect me. If
Okay.
I don't protect me, I can't protect you.
Right.
If you don't allow me to protect you, what the fuck else you gonna do?
Who,
Yeah,
who,
that's
Okay,
what I think.
Eric,
who else is gonna come to your defense
Right.
other than you?
Yeah, go ahead, Eric.
So what I see, I'm hearing it. I promise you, I'm hearing y'all real loud. So I learned something a long time ago, and it stuck with me. And I actually learned this at church. Look at God. I learned about intimacy and how love is intimacy, and not the way you would think. In the physical attraction, intimacy. Into you, I see me. If
Right.
I cannot see me in you, how much do I really love myself?
That's
Right.
dope.
If I am not willing to go
That's
through
dope.
some
Mhm.
things with me, how can I go through some things with you? It is a mirrored effect. It is, I see you, I want to love you like I love myself.
That's
If
exactly.
I'm not going to be disrespectful to myself, if I'm not going to
Right.
go without myself, why would I allow you to go without with what you need? And vice versa. So
Vice
my
versa.
expectation for love is intimacy. Into you, I see me. If I cannot see me, I gotta see your ass later.
Right. Church.
I
Well, see,
heard that.
and you know how you
I'm
can
give you a
tell.
applause, though.
Yeah. That's that.
But you know what's awesome is there's a clear test to how somebody will love you.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is.
and there's tests, and all you have to do is listen to the type of music that they're listening to.
Yeah.
What that involves love, because like
Yeah.
I have songs that I really get into, and it's me. Like that's how I feel about certain shit.
Yeah.
You listen to their, if
You have to
if
pay
you,
attention to the
well,
how
if
and
you
the
walk
why.
if you walk up, you fixing to date this chick and she got on the song, it's like, fuck them dudes, you don't need them, get with a bitch. that you probably need to lick her more than stick her. Because that's how you're gonna keep her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What I said, it don't
Oh my
mean shit
goodness.
now.
Innocent.
Oh my goodness. But back to
Like a step.
back to this love. Now, and I think OCB was talking about the pure, the unconditional form of love. I think that's what you were getting at. And sometimes
I wasn't getting that. I
but
got
that's
it.
what you got it.
That's what I said.
That's what you got it.
It wasn't no
Okay.
trick.
Now, however, my point is that a lot of times, we get when we talk about that, we always say, okay, if you say you love somebody and you love them that much, you see you in them and me and you, and it's all intimates and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so if you love them, why do you sometimes, if you hurt them and put them through certain things, but you have this pure love,
Because we're
this
human.
unbelievable, undeniable
Because
bond, but you
hurt.
hurt them?
Because you hurt. Like,
Then that's what makes that. That's what changes that
but I'm
person.
just saying, like, sometimes you be hurt so bad you can't explain this shit.
Yeah,
I
well,
love
you just
but
come
gonna hurt
off
somebody
it just come out.
Yeah, you don't mean it.
Out.
I mean, especially to my loved ones, I do that shit too. I'll be like getting short as hell with folks.
And you gonna hurt
No
them 'cause
offense,
you hurt.
Kevin.
Yeah,
But
a
what
lot
I'm
of people
saying
do.
is like,
I do that.
Well,
What
that's what love
people
is,
do.
though. Love hurt like
no,
It
It
don't supposed to.
It don't have to, and it's not supposed to. It's not supposed to hurt.
No,
It's
it
not
does,
supposed to
'cause
be
I love-
disrespectful.
I love-
It's not supposed to. No, it's not. It's not supposed to hurt you. It's not supposed to be disrespectful. It's not supposed to
I love
do that.
jalapenos. That,
It's not supposed to.
it hurts me.
That ain't
It
love.
fucking burn my stomach.
That ain't love. That ain't love. That's fucking deceit and hurt.
Hey, you know,
y'all see, I think what we're doing, like, we're confusing love with, like I said, love with situationships.
Yeah,
or
yeah, but it
situations.
affect-
But
yeah, it
I got to hold on. But yeah, when you love, I'm talking about, if I truly love you, that means I truly love me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like Eric was saying, when I truly love you, so when I start doing what you're talking about, that means I truly don't love me, so I can't love you completely.
Yeah,
I probably say it.
then we got a problem.
But now I probably say it in my mouth, but the person that's listening, they don't know how to listen.
Yeah.
Because I already told you what I am, but you chose to look at another perspective of me and say, yeah, he probably do love me. But I already showed you that I don't love you because I don't love me. I do fucked up shit to me.
Said I gotta go get a shovel, man. You should get.
What do you suggest then if you are? Let's say you've already went into the relationship. At this point, you're already in a serious relationship. And you already profess your love. You ain't talked about no money or nothing yet, but you already profess your love. So you're already in a serious relationship. You probably engaged at this point, or you might be already married at this point. So the love is undeniably there because you never would have took that vow, I believe, if you didn't feel that way.
But yeah.
So and taking your vows, and if you take your vows seriously,
and that's the trick bag that people get put in. Like you get put in the bag because of you get love. You really getting put into a situation. I'm getting married because I like this situation, not because you truly love now.
It might be that
because you want to get married because of this situation, whether it's money, whether it's because status, whatever. That had nothing to do with love. Those are strictly situations, and that's how people end up losing love because they think it's love, but it's really a situation. Bro. You can't do that.
But if you
and that's what most of us do.
But if you get it,
I want some every day, and I know that he gonna give me some every day. So I'm gonna be with him. You know what I mean?
As far as finance go, you got a lot of people
do that shit. That's the reason why I know my wife loves me, because I was broke as hell. I had two kids by two different baby mamas. Now I got four by three. Shit, the division is getting shorter. But dude,
check it out, like the Kevin Samuel situation.
Who?
No, Kevin Samuel.
Oh, he did now.
I know, but a lot of his rhetoric was based off of financial stability, what a woman looks for the man, as far as what he can provide for her, and vice versa. And then you have these other influencers, as I would say, like you have the Derek with Jacksons, and then you have the Yadas and all this.
See, I don't know all these people.
But I'm going.
I only say that when I'm coming. Yeah.
I do. We don't listen to them.
Like, all these people have their own perspectives and their own lives, with their own mates.
Yeah.
And so for me to look at them as an influencer as to what I need in my life and my relationship as a mate, I can only get just a minute piece of that.
Well, get a vibrator.
I can't look at them as like that's the role model for what I need. If I'm gonna look to a role model, I need to look to myself first. God
first, and then yourself.
Higher being first, then myself, and then what I came from. And then maybe they may have a tidbit here and there.
Can I interject?
Go ahead, Fred Lee.
Well, how is it?
Well, I mean, how does arranged marriage start? And they end up loving
to look for somebody else for guidance?
Right.
Because it's their relationship.
Okay, first of all, our parents. Our first initial role model.
That's why I said I went to that first before I went to outside.
I don't know. My folks fucked up.
That's why I got divorced. And it's a personal issue.
Yeah. Let Freddie get it.
Today, you're a kid. You've been raised, you've been brought. So your parents are raising you right now. So that's your. Now, whether they be a lawyer or doctor or whatever the case may be,
One time out, follow
you
relationship
make
themselves.
right, but based on what you just said, you said that the people like the Derrick Jackson, people like
No,
that,
no.
they specialize. I want to finish. They specialize in relationship building. And they're like coaches. I mean, you can't say that.
No, Derrick Jackson got caught cheating.
I mean, I don't want to
And Yada is hanging on.
Yeah, I got
Before you come out, let me finish. Because Derrick Jackson got caught cheating. Kevin Samuels died alone. And Yada, I mean, whatever going on with him, is going on with him.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, let me finish my point. What I'm saying is that all these different influencers have their own relationships that they have to build off of. And like Sister said a moment ago, knowing that person, Erica said too, knowing that person that you're with. You
yeah.
can build off someone else's. You can't build off, but you can use.
No, you can
certain
build.
things.
Here's the thing: like you
But
supposed to be
it's
able to
your
build
own
off.
personal relationship that you have to learn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to, because the only way you learn is through defeat, right? Because
Right.
you've never been
You never
defeated,
failed,
you will
you
never learn.
That's a
Right?
Bruce Lee.
I know. I burnt up my chicken because I let it stay to now
Right.
I use the thermometer.
But
So
I
I
feel
know, you know what I'm saying? I had to burn it up first, or I had to
fucked up.
fall out. And that's for some people. Now I ain't saying that for everybody, because some people they can.
Like I said,
You have some people that have to go through things to figure it out, and you have some people they gonna look at you and say, "I ain't doing this shit."
Man, I'm glad you're not a psycho.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
You still have those type of
Yeah,
people,
dudes
but
go
you
see
have
him.
to figure out which one you are. You know
so
what
can
I
I
mean?
say
Yeah, it
something real
takes
All
quick?
right, hold on. We got let the women get in because there's too much male testosterone in this
Y'all-
one.
y'all-
All, I
Fairway.
mean,
Go ahead, Erica.
building.
Say it again.
So this is what I'm gonna hit y'all with. You cannot build strong foundation with sandcastle intuition. You cannot build thinking that this is going to work with the gristle of the sand and say it's going to be strong enough to hold down wind and water. When that water hits hard, it's going to knock it down. When that wind comes, it's going to knock it down. Who you have in your corner is validation for everything. When the finances are not financing, when you are not mentally stable to handle the day, you have to have a partner that comes in. I'm not saying Superman, Incredible Hulk, or Iron Man energy. I'm saying they know when to move
Just
for
enough.
your behalf.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
not just move, stand still, be quiet, be there, be loving, listen and understand it. It goes right back to square one. It goes back to having that mate that understands those inequalities and those equities of you, and know how to say, okay, he need a minute. Let me step back. Let me go do this real quick, and I'll come back and check on him. It goes into the whole finances things as well.
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
gotta
be
know
able to
that
trust
person.
you, even after the fact I'm gone. If I'm
Mhm.
gone, if I'm doing something, I need to see how you move when it comes
Yeah.
to this mathematics,
yeah.
when it comes to these
Exactly.
finances.
How they
Just
adapt and how they
feel
change.
even
like,
though, hold on, even though, we all say we want the old school type of love, we want the traditional love where the man brings home a check and the woman's just sitting there and you want to take
I
care
ain't
of
never
you.
said no shit
That's
like that.
beautiful.
Nah.
Hold on.
Susan B. Anthony.
Man, I wish my wife was
He
there.
did it for y'all.
Boy, hush.
Well,
Anyway.
I just get 3 meals a day. I ain't fuck all that.
But
bro.
we
Like,
have to
nah,
think
we
like
gonna
this.
work together. I
That's why
need your chick, you
I'm
need
big on
my
My
chick.
work
We
mama
together.
gotta make it work.
said you can cook, you clean,
I
you
am
do all that.
big on work together. I am big on I
Right.
will not let you
And-
suffer if I got
And
it.
simply because this is a different time now too.
Yeah.
It is.
Some people can't.
Demographics. Yeah. Completely
Because
different.
like even just saying like even if you was able to not let your wife, your woman, your wife work, right? That's fine for you, but don't be fucking complaining.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But the whole
Don't-
thing is now we have to reset our thinking.
Because I don't say that because a lot of people like, okay, you have these women, shit, you already don't work, and then you need a pool boy and everybody else too. What the hell? You ain't even serving no purpose. You a piece of jewelry at this point.
You're an accessory.
You're
Yeah.
an
Not an
accessory.
asset. Yeah, you're
So,
not an
but
asset at all.
Or a nippo. You got a pool boy. And
You know what I mean?
You a
Like,
liability.
No.
Yeah, and I will say
tennis instructor,
yeah.
yoga coach.
everybody,
You
So
don't even play tennis.
even the strongest, even the strongest and so-called independent or whatever type of woman want to be taken care of. Now, when I say taking
It's in
care
your
of,
legs.
when I say
Say it in
taking
the
care of, I'm talking about security. And when we
Right.
talk about security, we not just we talking about finances, but not necessarily finances.
As
Too.
you should
Because
be.
you could take care of me in other ways too. Because if no matter what that check look like, it whatever account hit, we going to do what we need to do. We gonna take care of the bills.
Together.
We gonna do what we need to do. Now, if the hours get cut or somebody gets
Yeah.
sick or
But
a
it-
situation come
yeah.
up, then the other person is supposed to pick up the slack.
Yeah,
Now,
but
when
even
the other
in,
person-
yeah, go ahead.
now, if the other person picks up the slack, now if you got a problem with them picking up the slack, then that's something else y'all gonna need to talk about, because then you got a deeper issue than
That's the
that.
man's
Because
pride.
if it's the man's pride, and if that's what the man feel like he's supposed to do, then you'll be mad
I
at me
personally-
because
I personally feel like I
I
personally
didn't
feel
get
like
thought out, but
a
go ahead.
man should have enough pride to say, okay, enough is enough. I done put too much on her. You know what I'm saying? But then
So what are you gonna do?
But see, that goes back to what we were saying earlier. Like, where's the line drawn? Where we like?
Yeah, because
in our mind, we already think.
But are we not a team?
Yeah,
Right.
but we are.
But see, do we know?
Are we not a team?
No, what I'm saying is, like, we don't know what's going on because we already thinking in our heads. And men, we are already in our heads trying to solve the problem versus focusing on the problem wholeheartedly.
Well, see, I think
So
it
y'all
came
start
to a
off
point where,
overthinking.
like, my wife handles all the
Yeah,
love,
trust her to do
all
that.
the loving stuff. There's a lot of things that I can't physically deal with.
Mentally.
Because I'm
nurturing,
doing-
Right.
doing-
And so we
So
also
that-
talk about like how it's still talking about what you're talking about when we talk about matriarchs and patriarchs.
Yeah,
right?
matriarch.
Yeah.
We talk about matriarchs and patriarchs, and like you have to understand who they are in your house.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm a whole man. I know my job.
Right.
My wife, she knows her job.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You go-
And the kids ain't privy to
What's
why
going on?
Behind the scenes,
it,
y'all the Wizard
Why-
of Oz. They
why
they
dad
doing
ain't, why
things.
dad ain't talking? Why dad ain't saying nothing?
That's how it's supposed to be.
Mama, if she run the house right, supposed to look. He been working, he just tired. But
Tired.
like,
You know that
but
long.
if you need to talk to him,
Yeah.
I go tell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always a way to do
Well,
something.
see, that's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of things that is going through my mind so much, but that's my job. I feel like that's my job. Whereas everything else is taken care of, where I don't have to worry about that shit. You know, as far as like, Daddy, hey, I'm 11. I just got my period. That's it.
Right.
Like, you know,
Real
there's
quick.
things-
Hey, and that's what it is.
And that was worse for
It's
the
like-
household. That
Because
was
it's your
worse for
job
him.
for certain energy, bro. Like, okay, a woman say, I run my house until somebody break in, and they gonna hit you like, you hear that? Go get them.
Type shit.
What's
Oh no, you run your house. You go get 'em.
You better
Yeah.
go get them.
Yeah,
Hey,
hey, for real, a lot of women want to be super
In Singapore,
independent.
the same
They
way
want to be
you
always
clock
independent.
Right.
It's like I can do anything a man can do. A lot of women be like that. Like I can do anything a man can do. I can do this, that, and the other. Some of them can't. He's standing up, so I ain't gonna say that. but let the fucking boat catch on fire and the life, women and children first. That fucking that motherfucker just turned into a woman real quick. I'm sorry. I gotta go.
And she should though. See, my thing is this. See, I didn't respect a lot of things that Kevin Samuels would say about how he would
not
attack
Kevin.
women.
Oh man.
Not Kevin.
No, because I can understand him saying, okay, a man's supposed to stand up for himself, but at the same time, how can I stand up for myself and tear her down at the same time?
Hey, my wife know karate. Get her, man. My wife,
But
karate.
I'm saying, I'm speaking on as far as the finance.
Yeah,
Because he had a lot of rhetoric saying that a woman shouldn't even look for a certain man on a certain financial platform if she wasn't physically matching what he was to expect.
Now that didn't make no sense.
But
Right?
Exactly. I couldn't
You think women that want a
make
lot
no
of money, you know what I do?
But
Is
then
I go swim in the real tight swim trunks so they can see the outline.
But-
that way they don't care about the money. It's
On
just
the
like-
opposite end,
I can't
Did
fucking
you
What you say,
not.
Eric? Go ahead. Go ahead, Eric.
Oh God, this
That's what I
conversation.
hear a lot.
I thought you would. I thought you had
I'm
something.
just saying, but
Yeah,
a lot on the other end,
yeah.
women are superficial just like that as well.
Yeah, but you got to be
But
careful.
you have to
gotta
draw a
ask
fine
to know
line
the other
between-
end.
Excuse me.
You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, about to hear
We got
some
Uncle Fred. Go ahead, Uncle Fred.
Ain't nobody superficial.
Real. This shit is so simple. Y'all killing me.
Mhm.
Some of y'all really don't have
Oh, I got a clue.
that.
Yeah, we do.
And on what? I hear a lot of people making excuses for their down.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's okay. A man. Damn.
Yeah.
You're not a man until you go through things. You're not a woman until you go through things.
Mm-hmm.
You learn in life every day as you go. You don't get the perfect wife, perfect girlfriend on day one.
Right.
It's built.
Growth. Yeah, you got to teach them.
Growth.
You
grow, you have to be mature enough to learn from each other and learn that I'm going to be mistakes.
Yes.
And I'm talking about the 20 years old or the 30 years old because you don't give a fuck about that kind of shit.
That's what I was saying.
But when you get up
First of all, don't come for this 30-year-old.
you start to mature in life about things.
First of all, don't come for this 30-year-old.
Somebody got to have to know that, okay, we need to sit down. You know what I'm saying? We need to talk or whatever. Finance, love, whatever is not right, it's going to surface anyway.
No, you're right. It's like oil.
People have hidden agendas. Sometimes you don't know that until you move in with a person.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be honest with yourself. You have to have boundaries.
Growing pains.
And everything like that.
Yo, did you say batteries? Because I got plenty of that shit.
We're not doing it.
What he said a second ago. When your mate may come to you and say, okay, we got this situation going on, we're in the bind. And then you say, okay, well, I'm gonna shut down because I'm trying to figure out
as a man.
how to get it out of it. No. And Christian kept saying, no, I'm with your team. You're trying to sit down over here and be quiet and figure things out when I'm time.
So can I answer that?
You goddamn wife or you goddamn mate. That's what happens right there.
But see, the thing about it, Fred.
But you got too much pride. But you say, okay, baby, what you got? Or what do we need to do? Because you all get up. But that woman that's right on your side, that's the one you need to go to.
But see, what you do, what you do when in a situation where the energy is coming from that's also what Sis was saying. That's what Eric was saying too. Like if you face with so many adversities and you're a help me. You see what I'm saying? Because in the Bible said that particular woman is supposed to be a help me.
Right, but I'm talking reality.
Not an add on.
You're talking about stuff that you have to build to. Now,
you do have to build to it. I agree with it wholeheartedly.
Y'all sitting there going deep into your intellect about your relationships. I ain't saying shit about mine. You know why? Because you're gonna be watching my shit, dude. Y'all are just sitting there, just telling on yourselves.
But you should
getting real.
So can I tell on all of y'all at the same time?
I'm trying to be like y'all one day though. Y'all married. I'm trying to
want to be realistic.
Well, here's
Can I tell on y'all all at the same time?
You don't want to pay child. You get them pregnant and don't want to pay child support. You're there.
Can I tell on all of y'all at the same time?
Take me seriously on that.
Too late to apologize.
Can you hear me?
Okay, let's get back on track here. Let's get back on track here. And for those of you that are just tuning in, like I said, you can chime in if you want to in the chat, and if you have the magic number, you can call the number. But we're just talking about relationships and what the role that finances play in the relationship, whether you were brought up a certain way about finances or who does what. So that's what we're talking about. And then we started talking about what defines a relationship. How do you know that that's the relationship to get serious about? Because most of the time you don't, even talk about finances unless you actually move in with somebody or the relationship is going.
Yeah, you're right.
A certain way.
So you have to find out. You have to ask those questions in the beginning, because if you present yourself and you throw
what's your credit score?
Like, oh, you got some money, but then
you do know
mad
Chris Rock had a segment.
But I'm just saying, like even you have to ask what your credit score. You know what credit score tell you? How loyal you are to you know whatever you got going on, right? So are you on time? Are you dependable?
You gotta find out what you're getting into.
If you ask the person that credit score, this is how I'm gonna kind of tell them about themselves. If they tell you, why you wanna know all that for? That motherfucker about a 580.
No,
damn, don't come for the 580s, bro.
But see,
522 over here.
Strong 420.
Hey, man, 420. He almost
483 in this bitch. Anyway.
No, but nowadays it's all about that money, this, that, and the other. But like I feel like nowadays with the way divorce rates are, there's a progression before you're even gonna know if you're ready to settle down with that person.
Mhm.
First, you got to be attracted. You got to make sure that puzzle piece fits real nice and tight, like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
You gotta be
Then,
able to
then
you gotta be able to provide.
I had
does she do laundry or does she leave her shit everywhere?
You
gotta
I
be
can't
able to
stand that
provide.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, Erica,
Like-
you had something.
Hold on, let me get her out. Let me make sure she.
I had something, but I gave it all away.
What's up?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Okay, you got something.
I always got some because this conversation went 15 different ways.
Yeah, they call me the Gray.
Hold on, go
Mr.
ahead,
Gray.
Eric. Go ahead.
Doubling back to, first of all, Fred, don't come for us 30-year-olds because we do know what we want. We do have these conversations.
30 years. You can't hear her, can it? She said don't come from. Oh, okay. She said okay.
Don't do that. We do have these conversations. We do have these intellectual moments where we need to know where the hell you coming out of, what side of the bag you coming out. We do not wait to 40 no more. We all have goals.
On what side of the bag?
What side of the bag? What side?
Come on, that's the song. That's the whole blues song. I need that. I give you 5%, bro. I'm right there, junk.
I'm just saying these conversations do take place, and like I said, we're all going back to square one. It depends on who you pick. It depends on them questions, and it depends on what you're going to go through with that person. Now, when it comes to this financial thing, I need to see what you do with your finances in order to see if I even want to merge mine. Now, what instead of just credit score, how do you map out your money? How do you spend your money within 2 weeks? You get a check right then and there. How do you go about distributing? How do you go about paying your bills? Do you pay them on time? Do you make this move? Do you make that move? I need to see what you do physically for yourself in order to even consider what you're going to do for me. And then on my end, when we're talking about the money amount, the certain expectation, I'm not trying to match you. I am trying to compliment you. It shouldn't be matching. I shouldn't try to go. You make 40,000, I make 50,000. Well, I'm gonna make 65 next year. Well, I'm gonna go 70. It's not a competition, as I used to say. It ain't a dick swing contest because I ain't got that appendage.
Okay.
I want to respect.
I don't know if you saying. I don't know if you trying to give some knowledge or saying a poem. Cause this shit rhyming and shit.
I'm on my wine, sir, and I'm on my time.
A little prose. A little poetry and prose.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a complimentary piece to you. So if we do go low, even my little bit shouldn't be belittled, but it should be appreciated too.
Yeah.
What I bring to this table, which I hate utilizing the fucking table. Fuck that table, burn it.
Burn that table. Burn that.
What I bring to you should be a complimentary asset. You don't always have to have it. I don't always have to have it. We just got to be able to have it together.
Right.
Let's have common sense when it comes to this household. Let's have common sense when it comes to the needs of these children. Let's have common sense when we need each other. Hell, we don't have to have the same bank account. I heard one of my coworkers talking about it. Her and her husband got separate accounts. When it comes to that household, it is priority. I want to see your priority when it comes to these finances.
Like that's how me and my wife is. We got one account, but she out, but we still have separate accounts.
Yeah,
you want to go
that's
for
how
this?
me and whoever this man.
We got accounts. We got an account.
That's gonna be
ours. We got an account just for your house. We got an account just for
right.
So you can do what you want to do. You know what I mean?
Your
It's
money
all
is
kind of money spread. It's kind of, you know what I mean?
And
but it's for a reason though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But this is how I was raised too. I was raised like this.
Who manages that too?
Yeah,
We manage it together. I was raised looking at this. So when it comes to my folk, I asked them how do they manage the household. Right. And my mom was real with me. She was like, well, we put this money towards, first of all, we paid our tithes because God gets the glory in everything we do. After that is house. What do we need for this house? Pay their mortgage, pay this, pay that. Right. All right, underneath there, what the kids need. Well, Phil at the time, basketball. Me was single. And then under that, okay, what you need out of this? All right, we're going to get what we need, and we got separate accounts. There was no such thing as argument over finances that you made.
Right.
So have a clarity going into whatever you're dating. If you're dating someone that got a little bit of bread, don't be the first thing to see that, but understand, okay, just because you got it don't mean you finna splurge it. Have
Mhm.
a common sense about what you do. And then to my young ladies, I gotta put this out here.
Put
Please
it
have
out there.
something for your damn self.
All right.
Don't
Yeah.
allow nobody to put you out of anything. Don't get happy because he bought you a car and rent an apartment for a temporary purpose. Be smart. Have your own at all times. Work. Put your money away. Put the little
Yeah.
change away that he do get you.
Totally.
He ain't gotta know it's no
I know my
burger.
dad
He gonna
totally
get
agree with
a
that too.
Burton Ernie.
You said a
Burden
burner.
Go get a burden
It ain't no
Ernie.
Birkin, it's burden earning, huh?
You gonna get the
Mhm.
Burton Ernie, and you gonna put the rest of that cash up because at the end of the day, some guys with that have financial stability over you, they like to use that as power.
That it,
You
yeah,
know, I
that's true.
bought you this. I got this for you. I
Yep.
can take it back. Cool.
But when
I
you
got
got
my
that
10%
love,
out
when
of
you got that true love though, man, it don't matter.
it.
Like
Exactly.
I told you, me and
Man.
my like all that money, like when I get paid, she get paid. When she get paid, I get paid. And we just doing, you know what I mean? It ain't
That's
no
right.
separation. You know
But
what I
that's
mean?
what y'all.
Because if we
That's
say
what y'all doing.
but when we got married, we said we was one, right?
But
Right.
If we say we won, we got active such.
One
Okay?
man,
you
one
hear what
sound.
she just
What was
stated
it?
though?
One band, one time.
What she just stated is
Yeah.
very true. You can be with a person for 15, 10 years, 4, 5 years, 1 year. And that dude can pay all them bills. He can treat you like a slave the whole time.
That
But it's
part.
1 year, 10 years, whatever. You have, you may be comfortable, you may have all your bills taken care of, you may be dressed nice, you may have whatever,
But you miserable.
but you're miserable because you're not his woman, you're his
Controlling.
idol. You're
Yeah.
that thing. And then on the other
But that was something
but
just
then-
want
and-
that physical like
It's a staff.
shit
and
that
then,
don't
and
mean
then,
nothing
and then
anyway.
another thing is,
Well, just feeling
that's not completely a gender-wise thing. I have dated a woman that made exponentially amount more money than I have, right? And she tried to kill me.
Right.
Like she literally tried to fucking physically take me out of this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then in her sense came back and said, well, I can fix this because I have money.
Right.
You know
So
what I'm
that
saying?
mean you
That's not right.
So that mean you a
It didn't- so
you a slave.
I just want to do away
You a
with
whole
this.
slave out
But
here.
I want to do away with this whole gender-wise thing that you know what I'm saying, because it comes down to the mindset of who's in control. That's why money shouldn't play a factor in it at all. Be
You
purely
always
love.
yeah, but
my,
I'm just
my
saying like
grandparents.
even I like
One thing my grandparents told me. I just want to get this out
Go
because
ahead.
that's what I was trying to say a minute
Go
ago
ahead.
about as far as them.
Go ahead.
My granddad told me before he passed, he said it wasn't about what I can do for her, and it wasn't about what she can do for me. It was about what I was willing to put up with. If I'm willing to put up with whatever she got coming, then no finances matter. I love her for her.
Right.
Whatever she came to the table with, whatever I accepted.
But that's the goal anyway.
Yeah.
But think about what I just said though.
I did.
This was back when.
Well, that's both sides.
This was back when we talking about somebody in their 70s and 80s.
But that is a relationship.
Exactly. But back then, it was very, very, very hard to be that type of man to say that you ain't got
I would have to be that
man.
type of
In
man.
2024. But think about the mindset then
Yeah, yeah.
it is now, to where he had the mental capacity to say that it ain't about if I can provide for you or not. It's about if you're willing to put up with my shit and I'm willing to put up with yours.
That's the whole relationship. Cause
That is love.
Cause my wife
To me, that is love.
Yeah,
Because all of this shit gonna wave and edge like a sea. What's the saying go? The rising tide serves all captains, all boats. But when that motherfucker get low, you still willing to ride that wave, or you finna abandon ship?
And
so it ain't about money, it's about
exactly. And that's exactly the reason, like
me.
when people that watch it, like me, do anybody know how long me and my wife been together?
Forever.
I do.
22 years.
No, that's man. I said together.
Together, y'all been together almost
30 years.
30 years,
Yeah,
yeah, pushing
30.
out
I
a
don't
life,
think my mic on.
2 lifespans.
Man.
I don't think it's on.
Why you keep saying
No,
that?
I hear you, Mimi Jean.
No, I think maybe my ears went out again. My ears went out. Go ahead.
Can you hear yourself?
Mm-mm. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, my ears went out.
But your mic on.
Okay, I'm hot.
All right.
you know, Y'all talk so much, man. I barely breathe. Y'all take up all my oxygen. You talking with your hands so much, you look like you're a vocal ninja over here.
Right.
Like you fucking doing Taebo and shit. You almost
I
caught my eyebrow.
cannot.
I
just
need
gonna say-
to learn sign language.
No, it's
and
all
make it even better.
no, it's all good. Should we talk about bank accounts? I want my wife to have a separate account.
Mhm.
You know, if I want to go buy my wife something, like I like having my own account. If I want to go buy her like an XXX thing, I don't want to just show up. I want to surprise her in the bedroom
Surprise,
with it. You know what I
surprise,
mean?
Mhm.
But or a birthday card or
But y'all
anything.
ain't to the point to where
But-
money matters like
no,
that,
no,
though, right?
but she wants to contribute, and
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
and
You're supposed to.
and so I want her to do whatever she's got to get
But
done.
it's up
But
to
there's
you to
certain-
decide what way they gonna
Well,
contribute.
no, that's
right?
how we, that's we
And
have
it gotta be talked about.
we talk about it and say,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, if you could do this, this, and this, that'd take a load off my plate, and
Yeah.
it's done. I ain't gotta say nothing else,
Right.
Yeah.
And then she got this account, she got another account,
Mhm.
For a little savings for her and the girls to do whatever. And I got me like 2 different accounts.
Right.
And there's
right,
some
right.
shit I don't want her to know about. I got, my OnlyFans page account is collected. I want that to be. I don't need her knowing
You
about
trying
that.
to slide this shit in like when we going unnoticed.
Man.
No, I slide it in.
I can't. I really
slide
cannot.
So I'm the one with innuendo
I
and
go
the double entendres.
No, I
He was
go.
the king.
I go into the window to do the double entendres.
And we're here now.
Double, triples, quadruples.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are over our time limit, but we do have time for a couple of
Man, I heard
final
that. I
thoughts.
heard that from a prostitute one time.
What we gonna do with
You
it?
do have to go home. You know?
We're gonna meet your mic right
I
now.
was in another country, dude. It don't even count.
Oh.
I mean, she gave me some shit, but I gave it all
I
away.
didn't know confidence mattered.
I know. What you say, Eric? Hold on. That thing had that. Don't worry about it. I touched them niggas off.
Child, we're gonna put him on mute forever.
I got you. Go ahead, Erica. So this is what we gonna do, man. Like my wife said, we over time. I don't know if we really accomplished anything talking to these motherfuckers because they was high when they got here. So look, but all in all, man, like still put in the comments what y'all think, man. The money's matter in a relationship, or do it make or break it? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Or oh, I got y'all muted. I got y'all muted.
The money or the honey?
The money, you need the money or the honey. You
or both of them. Both of them.
It's ass, gas, or grass. Nobody rides for free. No matter how much you love them.
Because what Rondell favorite saying, this ain't for free.
Well, the thing is,
You gonna pay for it. I don't know what happened to Rondell. I don't know what happened to him tonight, but he always tell us it ain't free.
Nah, he got room hard.
That's fully. I was like, okay, man, we're gonna let Erica, Miss Erica Hughes, dear
Don't
me,
take us
queen,
out. Take
man,
us out, dear me, queen.
give me them last words.
Take us out.
Oh wow, they leaving it to me.
Yeah.
So my final thought is this. In the beginning, while you're in the honeymoon phase, while the smoke and mirrors are still up, start asking those die-hard questions about where are you financially? Where do you see yourself in a few years? How do you move money? And see if that even fits your criteria to be dating or to be dated. Because the same questions you ask somebody, you need to be able to answer for yourself. Am I financially stable to even be in a relationship? Do I see myself being a provider, or do I feel myself being more of the contributor? You need to figure out where you want to be in that relationship and then stand on business. And that is the quote for the day.
Nice. That don't be.
Yeah.
You got to. All right, everybody.
Well, I had a great time. This was relaxing. Thinking about all the shit I said. But
You can't go home too.
but
we need to tag Nancy.
Yeah,
Copy it.
No,
The relaxing.
Nancy, it's
Nancy.
Yolanda. Here we go. So, hey, but no, I miss doing a podcast. It's good to be back with all you.
Yes, sir.
We love you too.
I thought
I
you
miss
said all you
being
niggas.
home.
All right.
Well, no. I felt like somebody
you
would hit me
people-
through the camera.
Oh,
You can't say all your people. You can't say shit like this. No, we just.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
But you can't say
What's your last word? That's your last word?
My last word.
Yeah. About to come.
Not about your jump.
No, I want to talk about mine.
Not about nobody else's jump.
Oh no,
Yeah.
my tips for the day.
His
Or my,
tips.
you don't want to see my tips.
See, I know my brother.
But look, no. My advice is simple. Like, they talk about adapting and overcoming. That's all a relationship is. If you love somebody, you're going to adapt and overcome. Hopefully, not in her hair, but what I mean is, and so my next piece of advice is, if you have a son and they make you get him circumcised this place that has the sign,
Name him Maverick.
just leave a tip. Get the fuck out of there. For real.
I had to clear my throat. This is my
Why?
Okay, so
Right.
after the tips were left, you got to clear your throat. Never mind.
All right. That's my big brother, y'all. Anyway. All right, so I just feel like wholeheartedly a lot of things that were said by my sister and them, I totally agree with. I just want to do away with the spectrum of gender. I feel like whatever we need to do as a household, as a unit, as a couple, it doesn't matter gender-wise, it matters as heart-wise. Know who you getting yourself involved with. Like Sis said, like Dear Me Queen said, make sure that you know who you involve yourself with, but more so, be prepared for your own self too, to say that I'm capable and I'm ready to be that help me, that provider or whatever. Know yourself first before you judge who you're getting involved with. And like my grandparents said, be ready to put up with each other's bullshit, because it's going to happen. And if you're ready to put up with each other's bullshit and you're capable to deal with self on top of self, then I think you'll be okay, and money shouldn't matter. Never. Only about who you care about and what y'all care about.
Okay, that was that music.
I make great music.
Hey, wrap it up, music.
Okay, we're doing a little for a close, right? I think you just want to be focused on creating balance. You have to create a balance. Love / money. You can't have one without the other. You know what I'm saying? It takes money to function, and it takes love to be able to deal with the part about get out there to make that money, to make that circle just to be a continuous circle. Yeah, just have to be honest with yourself and be honest with each other, and be realistic and focusing on creating a balance between the both of them. That's pretty much it.
I can't hear. My ears, I could hear Fred, but now I can't hear.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that was Uncle Fred. You know what I mean? The OG of the OG. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna leave y'all with this. I don't know if the wife want to say something. You want to do your thing?
I'm on.
You already know you.
I'm just saying. I just didn't.
Okay, I'm turning her mic off. Cause look, this your boy OCB, man.
Mic back on. Turn me up.
Okay, so go on, say what you gonna say.
Don't do my sis.
See, all right. All right, man. This your boy OCB, man. Like I know it's been a minute since we've been on here, bro. But I like y'all still give me the comments. Y'all go back, share, and reshare. But all I got to say about this, man, love is love. And I feel what everybody's saying, but I'm still gonna stick to my guns. You know, I'm a whole cowboy out here in these streets. You feel me? So yeah, love is love. My love don't waver, but my like for you might. You feel me? And y'all take that how you want to take it. If you don't, you will. Yes, sir.
I know you're thirsty. I got the Gatorade to get you thirsty. Got that extra bonus if you're talking. It's just this Thursday.